instead of a company running the system, the rules are written into the software, and transactions are processed by a network that follows those rules. DeFi has some of that, but a little bit less of that safety net, which is definitely something to keep in mind. A DEX is more like a farmer's market. Different people show up with what they have, and you trade directly with them, without anyone in the middle. Have you ever been scrolling through crypto content and see people talking about yield, liquidity pools, staking rewards, protocols? Like it's all perfectly normal dinner conversation. And you're just sitting there thinking, I don't know what any of this means. You're not alone. Crypto, like any other industry, has its own terms that are a lot easier to understand once somebody takes a second to just explain to you what the heck they mean. So here's the good news. The ideas behind crypto terms are actually pretty familiar. Lending, trading, earning interest. We do all of this in traditional finance already. Crypto and DeFi just do it without the bank. So today we're covering 5 terms that unlock the DeFi world. By the end, you're going to understand what people actually mean when they're talking about all these things. Let's dive in. So let's start with the big one, DeFi, which is short for decentralized finance. DeFi is kind of a catch-all term for financial services that run on a blockchain instead of through a traditional bank or brokerage. Lending, borrowing, trading, earning interest, all of the things that a bank might do can happen, but without the bank in the middle. So instead of a company running the system, the rules are written into the software, and transactions are processed by a network that follows those rules. It's financial services that anyone can access as long as they have an internet connection and a crypto wallet. Now, this doesn't mean that DeFi is exactly the same as a bank. Banks have been around for a long time. There's tons of regulation, insurance, and guaranteed consumer protections. DeFi has some of that, but a little bit less of that safety net, which is definitely something to keep in mind. But the trade-off is access and flexibility. With DeFi, you have full ownership and control over your assets. There's no intermediaries or third parties in the middle. So next up is liquidity pool. A liquidity pool is a shared pot of crypto that makes trading possible. Instead of waiting for one specific buyer to match with one specific seller, you trade against the pool itself. People deposit their crypto into the pool, and in return, they earn a small fee every time someone uses the pool to trade. Think of it like a community lemonade stand. Everyone brings ingredients and tosses them into one big batch. When customers buy a cup, everyone who contributed gets a small share of the proceeds. The more you contributed, the more proceeds you get. Liquidity pools are the backbone of a lot of DeFi. They let trades happen quickly and smoothly, even for smaller or newer cryptocurrencies where finding a direct buyer might be hard. In return, the people who provide that liquidity all earn a piece of the action. All right, next term up is yield. In DeFi, yield is just the return you earn from putting your crypto to work. This can also be seen as interest. If you deposit crypto into a platform that pays you 4% a year, that 4% is your yield. So the analogy here is pretty direct. It's like putting money into a savings account and earning interest on it, except the interest rates are often different, and so are the risks. Here's what's important to know. Yield comes from different places. It might be trading fees from a liquidity pool, interest from someone borrowing that crypto, or rewards for helping run the network. When a platform advertises an unusually high yield, that's a signal to slow down and figure out where that return is actually coming from. A higher yield often means higher risk. And sometimes you'll hear the term yield farming, which just means moving your crypto around between different platforms to chase the best returns. Same idea, the word just sounds a little fancier. Next up is staking, and this is one of the more popular ways people earn yield. So staking is when you lock up your crypto, often on a platform, to help secure a blockchain network, and in return, you earn rewards. The network uses your locked up crypto as a kind of commitment that you don't have plans to sell it for a bit. So imagine depositing money into a certificate of deposit or CD at a bank. You agree to leave it alone for a set period of time, and the bank then pays you interest for that commitment. Staking works pretty similarly. You agree to lock up your crypto, and the network pays you for helping to keep it running. A couple things to know here. Not every cryptocurrency can be staked. Rewards vary depending on the platform, network, or how much is being staked overall. And in most cases, there's actually an unstaking period, meaning you can't instantly pull your crypto back out. It might take a few days or even a week before the platform allows you to have direct access again. Staking has become one of the most common ways people earn passive rewards on the crypto they're already planning to hold. Last term for today is DEX, which is short for Decentralized Exchange. A centralized exchange is a company that holds your crypto and matches buyers with sellers. Think of it like a traditional stock brokerage account. You open an account, deposit money, and then they handle the rest. You may have often heard of a centralized exchange or CEX like Coinbase. On the other hand, decentralized exchanges are platforms that run on software where you can connect your wallet to trade one crypto for another without handing your crypto to a company first. Here's an analogy to remember this one by. A centralized exchange is like a grocery store. You walk in, pick what you want, the store sells it to you, and they're in charge of everything on the shelves. A DEX is more like a farmer's market. Different people show up with what they have, and you trade directly with them without anyone in the middle. DEXs usually run on liquidity pools, which is why those two concepts come up together so often. It's just a different way of trading with different trade-offs, but the core idea is simple. It's a marketplace without a middleman. All right, let's quickly recap. DeFi offers financial services that run on a blockchain instead of through a traditional bank. Liquidity pool is a shared pot of crypto that makes trading possible. Yield is the return you earn from committing to not sell your crypto. It's like interest, but with different sources and different risks. Staking is locking up crypto to help secure a network and earn rewards like yield for it, similar to a CD at a bank. DEX is short for Decentralized Exchange, a marketplace for crypto that runs on software without a central manager. DeFi can sound intimidating, but most of it comes down to familiar ideas just wearing different clothes. So once you see the patterns, it stops feeling like a foreign language. If you want to explore blockchain technology without putting any money on the line, go to nca.org for a free crypto simulator that lets you practice in a risk-free environment. If you're not already subscribed, you can find Crypto Explained on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere else you get your podcasts. But remember, crypto was always meant for everyone, including you. Until next time.